my gosh. Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it is time for another episode of The Bad Batch. We're now on episode 13, so that means we only have a couple more episodes left of the season already. Wow, even as I said that, I'm just trying to take in the fact that this is the final season. Who knows how it's going to end? Last episode, we got to see the return of a familiar face, Admiral Rampart. And obviously, the last time we saw him prior to that was back in season 2. And he was being arrested and basically became the fall guy or scapegoat for what happened on Kamino. And so now we see that the Batch appear to be working with him to try and discover Tantis. But the interesting and kind of disturbing thing that Rampart had said was that nobody actually knows the coordinates to Tantis. So this is just continuing to unfold and become the most challenging and mysterious mission the Bad Batch have ever been confronted with. I don't think they've ever had a mission this challenging where not only are they trying to find the coordinates to a place, but they're trying to find the coordinates to a place that nobody supposedly knows the coordinates to. So that definitely complicates things, but it does look like Rampart has some sort of plan or trick up his sleeve because he said he has a way of getting around that. So we have to figure out what that's all about. I'm looking forward to seeing them work together. I think it's always cool when you have people who start off as enemies and then kind of become allies, even if it's only temporary. I guess you could also have the flip side of that where people start off as friends and then become enemies. I'm looking forward to seeing them work together for the time being. I'm still not 100% sure if they can trust him or not, but at this point, I don't see why he would go back to the Empire given how they treated him. So I would assume that he is okay working for them or with them for now. Last episode, we also saw Omega and Hemlock go to the vault, or should I say Hemlock took Omega to the vault. So she has now seen who the specimens are and she sees basically what awaits her. And again, the whole idea of experimenting on children, you guys know that really bothered me, and I know it bothered everybody. I don't think anybody was happy with that at all. Now Emery has been let in on this as well. We have to see what happens with her and if/when she comes around. I'm really still hoping that she comes around. Anyways guys, I don't want to speculate too much. There's lots to get into. So without further ado guys, let's blast our way into episode 13 of The Bad Batch and check out what's in store for us. Oh man, Into the Breach. Again with the sinister sounding music. So we're gonna see Omega here, probably. There she is, oh my gosh. She's taking this like a champ though, I must say. She's gonna befriend Eva, isn't she? Wouldn't it be something if she escapes on her own again, eh?
I'm Omega. I'm Eva.
Well, she's gonna recognize the doll, maybe.
What's that?
Yeah.
A game.
Oh.
They want us to play them. I like your doll.
Yep.
Dr. Carr gave it to me. She's the only nice one.
There's still hope for her, maybe.
That's Jax, Sammy, and Baron.
Oh, that was the one that Bane kidnapped, the little kid.
How long have you all been here? You don't like it when we talk to each other so much. Don't worry. You'll get used to it.
Oh my gosh, they're all so sad. It breaks my heart. I don't know why I'm remembering the Wookiee arc with Ahsoka and the younglings. I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of that. Them all being in a dangerous, precarious situation. And they kind of have to rely on each other, maybe, to get out of there.
Take you back to that Imperial labor camp instead.
We had a deal. I already told you what I know about Tantis.
You'll get your freedom when we get the exact coordinates to that base.
Period. And what did he tell? Did he tell them something else since the last episode? Echo! Yay!
You really think we can trust that Hydro snake?
I can hear you.
He's our best chance at finding Omega.
Any ship going there must first dock at Imperial Station 003, in orbit over Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Do you think I'm lying?
Yes. Once we reach the station, we can find a ship departing for Tantus and pull the coordinates. We're going to need Imperial clearance codes.
Echo.
But you can't expect to walk onto an Imperial station completely unnoticed.
But you can.
Oh, that's where they're going with this.
You just walk us right onto the station. You were an Imperial before. Impersonating one should be easy enough.
I can't wear this. It's a captain's uniform.
Wait, he was an admiral, right?
I was a vice admiral.
Yeah.
Well, you've been demoted.
I hate clones.
It's true, that's the only way they could go in unnoticed. Not a bad plan. Is that Emery? Oh my gosh, Emery, you gotta stop this, man.
It's time for your sample, Omega.
Where did they come from?
I don't know, but they are well looked after here.
I'd like to believe you.
Keep telling yourself that. Is she gonna grab something? Do it, Omega. She took something, didn't she? Look at the little smirk on her face. Good girl. She's already looking for a way out.
Letting Omega intermingle with the specimens is unwise.
The specimens. You know how they say that.
They are under our watchful eye.
That didn't stop her from causing problems in the past.
I'm the chief scientist. I will run the vault as I see fit.
Oh, crap. That's one way of putting her in her place. She's definitely the nicest of all of them, but she still needs to do something.
How often do the droids take our vitals?
Twice a day.
What about the troopers? Do they ever come in here?
Only when we cause trouble.
I wonder if Omega's gonna try and cause a scene.
I escaped from this mountain before.
Really?
Oh.
I had training. And I wasn't alone. I'm doing it again. And I'm taking you all with me.
I love her confidence. I hope it works.
It's a layout of the vault. This is where we're sitting right now. These are the walls. These are the tubes in the walls the droids use to transport our samples. I need to get inside and see where they go.
That's what she's thinking.
I can get them open.
Oh my gosh, but you know what? I'm a little nervous though, because what if one of them snitches on her?
Won't take them long to notice you're missing.
That's okay. I like a challenge.
Oh, I don't know, guys. I'm conflicted. On one hand, I love her confidence. On the other hand, I don't know if she's being overly confident, you know, and too trusting. I think Crosshair said that to her before, that she trusts too much. And then she said to him, you don't trust enough or something.
You really think Rampart can pull this off?
Oh, they changed their armor.
I didn't just make it a vice admiral on looks alone.
That is risky though, because if they find out who he really is, they'll know that he escaped from the labor camp.
You're clear to land at docking bay 5 TAC 02.
This shuttle's bound to be reported missing soon.
What assurances do I have that you'll let me go?
You're going to have to trust us, just like we have to trust you. So don't mess this up.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to carry myself. You're the ones that are going to stand out like overheated Gamorreans.
Okay, whatever.
The Empire betrayed and imprisoned you. We broke you out. Remember that before you try and betray us.
Exactly. Okay, this might work.
Who is responsible for this vessel? It is not on my docking manifest for today. These uniforms are not regulation. I asked you a question, Trooper.
Step aside. my division, and my orders are classified. If you have an issue with that, Lieutenant, then contact Governor Tarkin.
Yes, sir.
Oh crap, that actually works. But won't anyone recognize his face though?
I've missed this. Shall we?
This is kind of funny. I hope he doesn't actually contact Tarkin though.
Just do your thing and get us inside.
That's do your thing, sir.
I don't think so.
Troopers, you are relieved.
Captain, but sir, we just started our shift.
Perhaps you'd like to spend a few rotations in the brig for violating Article 15 of Imperial Standing Order 10.
Man, he's on a power trip.
You, show me the station manifest.
I will need your access card, Captain.
Oh. That's one way to give him the access card. Oh crap.
You, front and center. Where is your captain?
Captaining.
Oh my gosh.
I will need you to verify your vessel's signature key.
Sure thing, boss. Right this way.
Oh my gosh, we knew that was coming. Man, see, that would have been a good time for a Jedi to help with a Jedi mind trick.
I had to sideline an Imperial. Someone might come looking for him. Copy that. Have the shuttle ready to go.
I hope Rampart doesn't try anything.
Docked in Bay 8 is set to depart for Tantus. And soon, let's get to that Navi computer and pull the coordinates. The vessel's tagged for direct uplink after it launches. Which means there's no way to get the coordinates.
Holy crap. Are they gonna hijack the shuttle?
But that vessel is heading to Tantus. That's our way in.
What?
Man, oh man.
There's no way you can all sneak aboard undetected.
But I can. Find a way to disable the proximity sensors. We'll follow behind, then attach our shuttle to the hull and hitch a ride directly to Tantus.
Okay.
This is not the plan I agreed to.
Plans
It's the plan now.
Wonderful. We're all going to die.
I like his optimism. Are those birds the same species as Morai? Kind of look like it. I hope Omega can trust these kids, man. This woman's trouble. Oh my gosh, she's going down there now. She may have to try this another time. Crap, 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 crap. Maybe Emery will come in. She's just lying there, isn't she?
Hello, Dr. Scolder.
Okay, Omega. She's smart as hell. How did she fix that in time, though?
Did it work?
Uh-huh.
What did you find?
Our way out.
Okay, let's hope it works. Oh, this is the shuttle going to Tantus, right? Oh no, that's not good. Wow, that was smooth as hell. He's gonna try and get sucked up like the droids? Did he make it? I think he did.
About time. Hunter, I'm inside the ship. It's launching right sensors disabled. We need to move.
Oh boy. We're seeing two missions go on at once. Their mission and Omega's mission to escape. It's an interesting rendition of the Bad Batch theme. You guys hear that? I hope Echo pulls this off.
Sir, picking up unscheduled droid activity.
Oh my gosh.
What are you waiting for? The proximity sensors haven't been deactivated yet. The echoes on it.
Why am I feeling so nervous right now?
Report. We don't have time for more delays. All clear. It must have been a malfunction, sir.
Proceed.
Oh man. Come on, Echo.
They're about to jump. Echo will come through. He just needs more time.
Which we don't have. Abort the mission.
Negative.
They're gonna... Oh my gosh, come on, Echo, come on. They cannot afford to miss this time. Holy crap, guys, come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that was too close. Oh. Is that how it ends? Oh. Oh my goodness. Damn. I should go like take a walk, eh? Whew. All right, guys, I'm back. Woo. That was too close. And you know why I was nervous too? Because the last time something like this happened was when Crosshair tried to put the target, the tracker on the ship and missed. So that already showed me right then and there that things can go wrong and missions won't always go according to plan. So there was a chance of them missing this time, but in this case they didn't. Whew. That was too close, honestly. But yeah, guys, okay, so first of all, let's just talk about the whole Bad Batch and their mission. So like I said, that was really close, that was really intense, but I love that their plan came together this time, and they also used the help of Admiral Rampart. I feel a little bit bad for him because he's definitely, I think, getting involved with more than he would like and more than he expected. But yeah, it just goes to show that sometimes when you're going up against the enemy, you might need a little bit of help from the enemy. And in this case, Rampart was the former enemy. He used to work for the Empire, and without his help, they would not have been able to pull this off. So I think in a way that's almost kind of symbolic, to show that you can't necessarily win a battle without, like I said, getting help from the other side. You also saw that Rampart joked about missing his former position with the Empire, and that was kind of funny. I saw that he was going on a little bit of a power trip there, like he was kind of enjoying it. And it's interesting because even though circumstances changed and organizations that you used to be so loyal to can go against you, the part of you that served that organization is still there. There were still certain things that Rampart, I'm sure, liked about serving the Empire that is consistent, if you will, to the kind of person that he really is. Like, I think maybe he is someone that likes to be in charge, that likes authority, and that's why at the labor camp he was kind of having an argument with his colleague there. And I think he said something like, "Don't you order me around," because obviously he was the one that used to do the ordering around, and we really saw that in this episode. It came so natural to him. So even though he's not actually serving the Empire anymore, part of the Empire still lives within him. But in this case, that part of the Empire that lives within him, it's being used for a greater good, and in this case, that greater good is helping the Bad Batch find a way to Tantus to rescue Omega and the other clones and the children, which they don't actually know that there's children there yet because I don't think they know who the specimens are. So yeah, so that was pretty cool to see Rampart come through this episode and use his Imperial skills for good. We really saw Echo come through this episode as well, and he was fulfilling a lot of the roles that we previously saw Tech do as well. He was really helping, especially at the end there, to disable the proximity sensors, I think they were called. Again, I just love seeing them all work together. They each have a skill that is so vital, and I think when those skills are all brought together, they truly are an unstoppable force. And we really got to see that this episode. On the other side, we saw Omega fighting her own battle and having her own mission within the walls of Tantus. I mentioned this before, but her interaction with the younglings for some reason reminded me of Ahsoka's interaction with the younglings during that wiki arc in the Clone Wars when they were being hunted by Trandoshans. Even though they were completely different scenarios, different situations, in both situations, you had someone who was inspiring hope and courage in others. And so obviously in Ahsoka's case, the younglings had been there much longer than she was, but she was confident that with her help, she could get all of them to safety, and that's what she ended up doing. And so Omega is a similar situation here. Even though the other children have been there for quite some time, it's insinuated they've been there a while. She comes in and she says, you know what? I've escaped before. I'm doing it again. I'm taking you guys with me. So I love that confidence in her. It's that optimism in her that I'm always referring to and always talking about in my videos. But on the other hand, I'm a little bit nervous for her as well, because she has to be careful who she can trust. So far, the kids seem okay, but what if, especially the other lady, I don't know her name, but the one that was kind of questioning Emery, what if she kind of pressures one of them into, you know, revealing something? What if she says, what's going on? Is anything going on here? And then they feel pressure to say, okay, Omega's trying to escape, so that they could be in their good graces, right? I could almost see potentially Jax doing that, the kid with the green skin, especially because he was already punished before for trying to escape. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but Omega does have to be careful there, because that could potentially work against her. But yeah, either way, it looks like she is planning her escape. She's showing her smarts as always. She's really taking in her surroundings, and that's one of the reasons why Omega is so underestimated. You may kind of see her as just a kid. Even when she seems so like sweet and innocent, she's really taking in her surroundings, and she's using her environment to her advantage. You saw how they were playing those games, and so she made it look like she was playing a game right alongside them, but in actuality she was using the game to map a layout of the facility, which is really genius. And she did all that despite having been there not as long as the other kids have. So that part makes me kind of optimistic that she might be able to get all of them out of the situation. But if there's one person that could be onto her, again, it's that lady that was questioning Emery. I think deep down Emery even knows that Omega could potentially escape, but I don't think she necessarily wants to help her. But I think if it were to happen, she might not hinder her either, because she does have a soft spot for Omega. But yeah, and then just some of the shots in this episode were really good as well. There's one shot in particular that kind of stuck with me, where you had like a bird's eye view look of Tantus, and it immediately transitioned into the room, the vault where they're all being held. I think it just kind of reinforces that this place is really made to make you feel as though there's no escape. They're literally in a mountain, it looks like, so the terrain will make it very difficult to escape. And then the vault is circular and shaped in a way where they're all eyes on them at all times. That shot in particular just kind of helps to reinforce the idea that this is such a hard facility to break out of, and it's supposed to mentally break you down, as it has done with those kids. They seem like they had no hope in escaping at all. All of them seem really sad, which is heartbreaking to see. Omega's the only one with any type of hope or optimism. So, and also one more thing about that shot too, I mentioned during my reaction, but it almost looked like the birds that flew across might have been the same species as Morai. I could be wrong, but it kind of looked like that at quick glance. If that's the case, that's even more symbolic of hope, and kind of drives home that parallel that I made with Ahsoka and the younglings, and how their interactions are kind of similar to Omega's interactions with the younglings, because obviously Morai is tied to Ahsoka, right? So yeah, guys, going into next week now, we got to see what happens and how this all comes together. The Bad Batch are now officially on their way to Tantus. I have a feeling the next 2 episodes might be a 2-parter potentially. I don't know if they'll necessarily be released on the same day, but they might be still like a continuation of one another. The next step in the story, the next part of the story, is the fight on Tantus, right? I'm getting a little nervous now. I don't know what's going to happen. And there is the question of whether or not they are going to rescue Omega, the Bad Batch, or if Omega is going to find her way back to them like she did the first time. And then there's also that possibility that not all of them make it out, because this definitely is probably going to be the biggest battle, the biggest mission they've ever had. Yeah, I hope that they all make it out and have their happy ending on Pabu, but for some reason I just don't get that feeling. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens and hope for the best, guys. But anyways, as always, guys, you let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this episode and what you're looking forward to for next week's episode and the finale as well. And as always guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for an all new episode of The Bad Batch. Until next time guys, take care and see you soon.